Hey guys, in this video we're gonna start and make a simple multiplayer game with Rocket networking, and I'm gonna show you how easy it is using our service. So let me show you this single player funny game I made. You can call it anything you want, guns recoil, guns 69, don't matter, but it's something like this. So when I put it in Windows, so you shoot this side, it recoils and moves, and it's kind of sticky to walls. I mean, there's collisions basically, and the background kind of changes when you shoot. So let me just show you guys how this code works. That could be that's the first step. It's pretty simple. So there's just one room, and in that one room we have an instances layer where we have some wall objects. O wall, O player, and O bullet. I'll come to O bullet and O player, but O wall is just like literally nothing. It has what? Nothing in it. Now O player. So O player is this. Yeah, the sprite is that gun you just saw, and there's a create event for gravity, vertical speed, horizontal speed, all that stuff. And this variable here is used for making the gun go back. Okay, sorry for the little disturbance there. So yeah, these are basically just physics variables, and in the step event it's mostly just code for moving around and shooting, and I'll explain it to you line by line. So firstly, vertical speed should increase with gravity obviously, and this is the collision code. If it is touching a wall, stop. Okay, and again, increase and change your coordinates according to your speed. That's what this part does. And image angle, yeah, this is what makes your gun point to your cursor. Okay, and this is the shooting part. Let's look at it. So basically, if you have pressed the left button, this happens. Like, just move back, and that's what causes it to move. When you shoot the bullet, it moves back. Now var b equals instance create layer. This creates the bullet, so I'm giving it a speed of 15, a direction of my gun, and I'm setting this reloading variable, which kind of gives the gun another effect to move back, not move in the room, but like just move it back. It's really pointless. So I just wanted to look good. So yeah, this code is just blendy. So that's it. And yeah, everything related to reloading is in that variable, and it's not so important to us. This camera set view pose basically just centers the camera on your object, on your gun. That's it. What's important here is when you press the left button, your gun moves in the opposite direction, like it moves. So that's what this part does, and that is more or less what the physics of this single player game is. Now we're gonna make this a simple fun multiplayer game. Okay, so now let's create a Rocket networking account, and I'll show you guys how to do that. So first let me do it in an incognito tab window. No tab, yeah. And let's go to rocketnetworking.net, and let me tell you a little bit about this page. So firstly, this part here tells you main topics, quick index, that's why, and this is a summary of how quickly you can get started. That's what I'm showing you here. And in this section we have a more detailed written version of how you can build games, and this is like theory. And this courses part is the practical video tutorial which I'm doing now. This is guns recoiled, in fact, uploading a video soon. Okay, and here we have also documentation for the function. This is purely the GMS side, and how stuff works. So let me show you how we can sign in with an email. Okay, so firstly I'm going to scam my own startup. So let's go temp mail, and yeah, let me copy this triple B, and that's it. It kind of creates an account for you and makes you a dashboard. And if I'm not wrong, you should get an email verification as well. Note that any paid features will not work unless you verify your email address. So its verification is easy, that's it. And please do verify your account, and this is your dashboard. The most important thing here is your secret key, which you want to copy, Control C. So firstly, yeah, let me do the whole Google Drive thing as well. I'm so sorry. You'll have to go to Google Drive. Where's that? The template, yeah. Get the template here and download it. Okay, downloading. Let me just call this yeah, Rocket Networking package. So it is done. Now you'll have to import that package firstly. So import local package, downloads, Rocket Networking package. It's just, take it all. It's not that sounds a big deal. Okay, and now um, in Rocket Networking you have a room too, but this is our main room. So first thing you want to do is put the O-brain object here. And actually you should put it at the beginning. Yeah, that's probably the best. It's a persistent object, so you have to keep making it. And now let's go to how you can use your secret key, which we just saw here. Where's that? Yep, this. So take your secret key, copy it, paste it. Where do you paste it? Here under scripts and options. So here you have this thing called global server ID. This is where we configure it to mean your account and not anybody else's account. And once it is saved, you are pretty much done with this part. Okay guys, in this part we'll actually see the magic happen. You might have noticed me going a bit too fast and cutting a lot of clips in the video previously, because that was really just account creation, so that's like the mundane stuff. And here we come to the magic, and this is how I can show you why Rocket Networking is probably the best solution you want. Okay, so now we have this weird stuff that's here. Under objects we have something O-brain or other player, and okay, room nobody cares, but under scripts we have a lot of scripts too. So what actually happens here? Let's see. Yeah, so in my game it's actually just a gun moving around and shooting stuff, right? So what I want to happen is basically show other guns too, and I'll show you how to do that. Alright, so now that you have configured yourself to Rocket Networking, let's actually connect to the server, and that's the first step. So go to your object most similar to OPlayer, like some other object, not OBrain. Do not touch OBrain ever. It's very fragile, I guess. No, but yeah, in OPlayer or whichever game object you have, let's start a connection to this. So I think there's a function connect to server. Yes, this does the connection for you. And what happens is, after connecting to the server, after a successful connection, if you have put the right secret key, you should have a successful connection. So, and these are also very important to us, the callback functions. These callback functions tell us, yeah, something has happened. So once you're actually connected to server, this happens. Callback connect to server. So here it's like a show message. You are connected as this client, blah 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 something. So because I have put this code in OutPlayer to connect to server, let me just run the game and see what happens. Okay, so moving around, and yeah, it says you connected as a client with ID 14. So that's like my ID in this server, and this ID uniquely identifies every client. Okay, and this time I just printed the current time. So congratulations, you have actually connected to your very own Rocket Networking server. Actually, it's public, so it's part your own, but still. The client ID and room ID is what matters to us. At the moment, you're in your own private room, which means you can't see other players. But now we're gonna change that. So let's do something. After we have a callback, connect. Where's that? callback connect to server. Let me just say you are connected with client ID. Enjoy the game. Enjoy the game. And now what we'll do next is um, why you can't enjoy the game. Why? Now let me actually change the room. So change room, and I'll make a simple room called public. Okay, it's so you're transported to the public room in your server, and once you do change to the public room, this function is called callback change room because you've changed your room successfully, and it should say this. So let me see if that works or not. Yeah, you're connected with ID 15 this time. I forgot to remove at time. Anyways, enjoy the game. Now when I press OK, it does the room change thing, and now it says the new room you joined is public, which is the room name. It returns. So we can see that our thing is working. Now comes the fun part. Let's start sharing some data with the server. What is this? What are the three main things we can share? The X position, Y position of the coordinates, and this image angle. That should actually be really fun to see in somebody else's computer, right? So let's go to O player. This part is very simple. I hope you guys understand what we are doing by now. These callback functions, uh, they are called every time something successful happens. You want to change the room, you say change room, and then callback change room takes place. You want to leave this room, you leave this room, and callback leave room takes place. So you've left any room, and show all rooms. So you want to request the server, show me all the rooms, and then the server shows you all the rooms, and that's how all callback functions work. Do not touch the internal functions whatsoever. And now let's go to our normal object OPlayer, and let's do something simple. Let's just go to step event, and you would have noticed something in options. Global.shared properties. You want to add stuff here and update this struct all the time. So let me do that. Firstly, let's just start from 0, 0. And this is what is shared with other players. So now in OPlayer, let me just go to the step event and multiplayer code, and now I'm gonna say global dot shared properties equals, I'm gonna put three things here: x, actually underscore x, which is the x, underscore y, which is the y, and I'm going to put the image angle as capital A. Okay, image angle. Dope. Now this will be shared to the server all the time. Okay, yeah, do not worry about anything else here. So now, although we are sharing this to the server, how do we know other players will be created and shown as well? So for that, what we have here is the OOtherPlayer object. Alright, so when you've joined a new room and there are other players in this room, or if you're already in the room and a new homie has joined, that's when another instance of OOtherPlayer is created. Let's say we have three people in a room: Charlie, Alan, and Jake. So Jake's computer will have two instances of OOtherPlayer, one for Charlie, one for Alan. Charlie's computer will have two instances of OOtherPlayer, one for Jake and one for Charlie. And the other guy will have two OOtherPlayer instances, one representing Jake and one representing Alan. So that's how it works. And here is where we actually do stuff, and I've actually pre-configured this a bit. So firstly, make sure that you put try and accept here, because sometimes the wrong properties can get shared, and it can be a bit annoying. So let me just try catch some error. And yeah, so what this does is it sets the x value of this to the uh, to this guy. You know, firstly we take this other guy's. We're taking Charlie's. Let's say this is Charlie's. We're taking Charlie's shared properties, and we're using that to get the stuff out of it. So even Charlie's computer would have underscore x. Even Charlie's computer would have underscore y and angle. So image angle equals sp dot underscore a, like we said it, right? Now save this, and we should actually be pretty much good to go. Let's see how this works. And we are in Windows, so I'm going to shift to HTML only for the reasons that you can't have two tabs of Windows side by side till you make it. So it's easier, but it definitely absolutely works on Windows as you expect. So now, okay, it is created with GameMaker. You are connected at times. You enjoy the game and you join public. Okay. Oops. Now, what you want to do is copy this and paste it here. You know, another instance. Enjoy the game. The room you joined is public. Cool. Now, wow, there is something really. Oh, wait. I actually forgot to. Wait, did I? Okay, guys, I'm so sorry. I actually forgot to. So you can see, for one guy is watching the other guy bounce and bounce, but he's unable to see it as a gun. I'm so sorry. I forgot to add the sprite. And wait, so this is okay. Let me just close them one by one, because um, okay. That's the destroy player event. But I don't have. Wait, that's a lot of um, people. Anyways, so I'm pretty much happy we got to this point. So just copy and put the S gun. Yeah, so another cool thing you can do here is set x to this thing into 0.5 into this plus 0.5 times x. This is called interpolation. This kind of makes it smoother. So just take my word for it. I can explain it later too. Plus 0.5 times y. Okay. Now, also, I think it's, wait, plus. I put a plus. I wanted to actually delete these unnecessary things like, yeah, you are connected with client ID. I mean, okay, I know I'm connected. Yeah, actually, let that be there. And in the change room, I don't really need to say this for now, okay? And in, yeah, so when you change the room, this should not appear. Now, let's see how this works. Hope it works good, bro. Now, another instance. And, okay, you are connected. Copy, paste, and yep, enjoy the game. And there you can see it. You basically have two guns moving around, and this is kind of exactly what we wanted. And you've actually created some kind of a platform-ish, but you know, the school mechanics psychedelic thing. And yeah, so for me, actually, the server is in USA. It's in US East, so New York, no, I think it was New Jersey, I'm not sure, but that takes time to propagate. But that was the magic. All we had to do was, you know, start the connect to the server, and then as we connect, I changed the room as soon as possible to this public-ish room. You know, where it, yeah, in the connect to server, I changed to this public-ish room, and then after changing the room, what did I do? I started sharing data, and sharing data is so simple. You guys just saw me do it. So basically, this is all I did, just few lines of code. Okay, and your data is shared. Now what about getting the other guy's data? This is what you do with the other guy. Always remember to put a try and except here. It's just safe all the time, and your x and y is copied. Again, you won't have lag if you're near USA and EU, those regions. I'm like on the other side of the world, and to be honest, it's a lot faster than I expected. So all the best. The next part, we may do the bullet system.